Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Support Minutes. I'm your host, Andre Lindy. And this week's episode, I'll preface it first, is something I've never done. It's something I've always been pretty curious about doing. I've wanted to do, tried, apply for jobs and whatnot. But this episode is about how do you build a support team from the ground up. Let's say you're person one, you're the first person on the team. And so this is generally my take, what I think I'd do about it. I'd be very curious to hear what other people's take is, ones that have done it. But, when you walk into a new environment, I'm guessing this would be a very small company, the first thing that you would probably have to expect is that you are going to be the only person there really handling tickets. Maybe there's going to be an engineer that can help you, maybe one of the founders can help you, but I think if you're hired for this job, the onus is going to fall on you. So when you walk into a position like this, there may be some duct tape and other type of things in place that people are trying to use. But there's probably not going to be anything solid in place. Maybe there's a CRM, maybe there are a few docs. So how would I really approach this when I get in? Well, when I first get in, I'd try to take a lay of the land. I'd want to see what tickets have been done already, what is the overall temperature of the clients they're working with, what are the expectations from the clients they're working with. I mean, are they getting good reactions from clients? Are they getting bad reactions from clients? How long are clients waiting? And so, from this, then we can start to kind of sketch out where we want to go from here. If there's not a ticket system in place, well, that's the first thing we're going to have to do. We're going to have to look at all the different vendors out there. Obviously, there's the legacy platforms. You have the wonderful platforms that are coming out every day now. You can search for them. But then, yeah, you have to find out what works best for you. I mean, I don't think it makes sense to, if you're a team of one, to go with something like Zendesk because that's just a little too big. So maybe some of the smaller ones that I've seen could work with you. Next, we have to figure out, okay, what are expectations for the client? So currently, let's say that they are getting a call back or they're getting a response back in 3 days. Okay, what can we improve on that? So we can see like what's their temperature. Next, what I want to do is I want to start documenting everything. And the reason why I want to start documenting everything is because with support people, we have this horrible habit of keeping so much tribal knowledge in our head. So the earlier you can start to write down processes, you can start to write down edge cases. When you eventually do get more people on your team, then you are going to have documentation in place, and that's going to help a lot for people to come after you. Next, what I would do is, if there already isn't any kind of formal relationship in place right now between the product team or the engineering team, even if it's a small group of people, you want to start building those relations. And the reason why you want to start building those relationships is because as the company grows and as each department grows, you want to make sure that you're good solid founding with these people because, as I've always said, support is the gateway to a company, and support people are the ones that are hearing pretty much everything from the clients. So if you are hearing the clients are over and over saying that they want this new product or they want this new feature, you need to create those great relationships with the product team so then you can be the advocate for the client. So you're still a team of one, you're still in the trenches, but what I'm really thinking is the most important thing here is that when you start on your own, you first need to take a lay of the land. You need to really figure out where you are and not to try to create everything overnight. Try to make incremental changes. Try to see what you can do. Take your small, medium, and large wins and then start doing those. Maybe your small wins are this answering tickets a little faster. Maybe your medium wins are putting a ticketing system in place or starting the documentation, and your large wins are that everyone is starting to buy in to these processes you're doing. So then later on, when you do start to hire people and you can take a step back from that player coach role, you've already built these processes, you've already built these steps in place that you can easily teach to all the people that are coming on your team. So those are the thoughts I have. I know there's so much other things that probably have to come into place when you're creating a support team from the ground up. I mean, but those are just my thoughts. I would love to hear what everyone else has to say about this. How can you build a support team from the ground up? How can you make sure that both you as the person there continue to do work but not getting flooded or not getting overworked. So that's what I'm curious what everyone has to say. And as like I say at the end of every time, remember everyone, the support just isn't a job. Support is a mindset.